Hey everyone, how's it going? So, do you have moldy smell in your Tesla Model Y or 3 when you turn on your AC or heater? Well, that's probably because you need to change out your cabin filter. And Tesla does charge at least $150, and I heard it can go up to all the way up to close to 200 depending on where you live. But that's how much they charge you to change your cabin filter. The cabin filter in the Tesla Model Y and 3 is placed in an awkward situation. It's not in your glove compartment like most vehicle. So first off, you want to purchase these filter. I'll post a link where you can find these for pretty cheap, fair price, and they're equivalent to the Tesla version. I wouldn't be surprised if they were manufactured in the same facility. And you're gonna need some lighting if you're gonna do this inside a garage. So that's where the filter is housed, right underneath in front of your center console, underneath your display. And then before you get to that, you need to pry open some clips underneath your glove box, and you need a flathead screwdriver. And you're also going to need a Torch 20 wrench adapter to open up the filter. So there's 4 clips underneath the glove box. You want to pry those open with a flathead screwdriver. Don't try using your hands. It's gonna cut your hands. It's pretty sharp plastic pieces. So there's 2 on the right, 1 towards the middle center, and then 1 on the left. And then once you pry open with the flathead screwdriver, you can use your finger to open up the cover here. And the cover does have 2 wires attaching to it, 1 to the light. You just want to detach the light, ambient lighting. And there's also an attachment to, it looks like a fan or some kind of pump for the airbag, the knee airbag. So don't mess with that. Just leave that alone and move the panel to the right away from everything else. So with that, now you can try to pry open the actual panel covering the actual filter itself. So what you want to do is put your hand above the cover next to underneath the glove box, and then just pull towards yourself. Don't worry about breaking anything. They're just clips, so those clips will easily be attached back after you pry open. And then work your way towards the passenger seat, and that should be able to gain you access to where the filter is housed. And the filter is housed at an angle behind those electrical wires in orange. It's not that cover that you see at first glance there, but that's where you want to pull out these power cables. It's just slight adapters where it holds the power cord in place. So you want to remove 3 of those clips. They're not actually clips, you just pull it out towards you, and that will give you access to where the filter is. The filter does have that Torch screw 20 where you need to take it out. So it's not a flathead, it's not a Phillips. You need a special screw adapter, which most toolkit has. So I'll post a link where you can find that in case if you need to purchase it. It's only a few dollars. And then you want to turn it counterclockwise, obviously, to take the screw out, but don't unscrew it all the way. Use your finger to finish unscrewing it, because you don't want the screw to drop inside the center console, underneath the center console, because it's going to get lost. So make sure all your clips and your screw are safely in a cup somewhere away so you don't knock it over or lose it. And then you can take the cover off. Do note that there's 2 filter in here, okay? So once you take the cover off, there's a filter on top and there's a filter on the bottom. So filter sitting on another filter. There's an attached flip that is located on top. You can use that to pull it out. As you know, the yellow color of the filter is facing inside the car. So that's how you're gonna install the new filter. And then the second filter you lift up and then you pull out. Be careful not to hit any of the power cord or the cord attached to the cover earlier. As you can see, it's fairly dirty. We do notice it's a little damp. Not sure why it hasn't rained recently, but there has been moist in the air recently when we park outside. So that could be the reason. And then now you take your new filter and then make sure that yellow is facing inside the vehicle and the tap should be on top. Okay, this is very important. The tap needs to be on top so you can pull it out later when you need to change it again. So putting it in, you just do everything in reverse. Make sure the tap is facing outside. Okay, there's the tap. And then you put the second filter on, stacking it on top. And again, the tap is on top, yellow facing inside. Very important. There you go. Make sure the tap is out of the way before you put the cover back. You want to flip that tap down. Once you put the cover on, this is a little tricky. So again, everything in reverse. You close the cover, make sure it's completely sealed, and then you put the screw on. I would manually tighten the screw up first before using the screwdriver and the torch 20, just so you don't lose that screw. And that's it. Once you tighten that up, now you put back the panel for the center console. This is a little tricky, but before you do make sure the electrical wire is back on this clip as well. And that's all there is to it. And when you do put the panel back, it's good to get some lighting to make sure those clips are all lined up appropriately where it's supposed to enter, or else you might be losing some of the clips adapter. And then check everything, make sure all the clips are attached cleanly and aligned and there's no open gaps. And that's all you need to do. So again, this is the tricky part. So you want to make sure you get all those clips attached. There's quite a few clips. So putting a flashlight in there, double checking. So I had to pull this out because there was a clip that wasn't aligned and one of the clip adapter actually fell off. So you want to be careful with that. Not that it's gonna cause any problem, but once you lose that clip adapter, it's gonna be hard to find it. All right, so now the last piece, the last cover is underneath your glove box. This is housing your ambient lighting as well as your knee airbag. So you want to be careful with this. Do attach that light cable back to the ambient light, and then you slide towards the front of the vehicle. There's two attachments that you slide in, and then you push up. So one is on the left and one is on the right. The way it looks is like a rectangle attachment where you slide it forward and then you clip it with those adapter clips. And there's 4 of them. 2 on the right, 1 in the left center, and then 1 on the left. And this is the easiest part right here, putting these clip back. And that is it. So the moment of truth will be turning on the vent, the AC, since it's hot right now. And we'll see how it works. Make sure the air is blowing out like it should. Max out the fan. Smells great. Actually, I can't smell anything now. Before there was a slight mildew smell, but now it smells like a brand new car. Without the new car smell, of course. Alright, well, I hope you find this video helpful. Again, I'll post a link where you can find some of these tools and the filter for cheap. Remember to subscribe. Catch you all next time. See you all later. Bye now.